Hi, my love. I want to talk to you about the most vital aspect of your health that you must use or you will lose it. Okay. So I've spent the past couple of weeks at the hospital pretty much 24/7 with my grandma, who's been very sick. They've been a rough couple weeks, to say the least. Rough, not so much because I'm exhausted, because I've had to watch my grandmother wither away, and I've just felt so bad for her and so helpless to aid her in any way. So, my grandmother Mimi is 78 and previously in pretty good condition for her age, which I attribute to her fiery little German self. Though she was admitted to the hospital, she had a bunch of complications, but her doctors managed to fix all of those. And after that, she looked healthy on paper. Yet she still felt awful and honestly looked like she could go at any moment. So I kept wondering, if her health is checking out so good, why is she in such a bad way? And the answer to that was that she was weak. Her weakness stemmed from two things. Number one, the fact that she was lacking nutrition because she was on so many antibiotics, and that made her refuse food. And number two, the fact that she'd been pretty much fully bedridden for the good part of a month, honestly, probably longer. And did you know that for every 1 day you stay in bed without exercise, you lose 3 days of muscle strength? And you may be wondering why, what Mimi being bedridden has to do with you. Lack of physical movement and exercise leads to what's called atrophy. Atrophy is a gradual decline in effectiveness or vigor due to underuse or neglect. And in extreme cases, quite literally means your body is wasting away. You're not bedridden, thank God, but I'll bet you're not moving your body as much as you should, which means there is some sort of degeneration happening physically. Your physical degeneration then leads to mental degeneration as you become more self-conscious, unhappy, and unwell. I'll give you an example. Remember that hot body that you had back in high school? Banging, right? I know, me too. How does that compare to you now? If you've gained weight, lost muscle, or you just don't feel as on fire as you used to, it is likely that your lack of mobility is what has led you here. Now, of course, our metabolisms change as we age, and that plays a large part. But that's all the more reason that you should start and continue with a movement plan that is proportional to where your body is at physically. Hear me now, love. The most vital aspect of your health as you age is your mobility. And if you don't use it, you lose it, just like my grandma Mimi. The doctors explained that they'd done all that they could for her, and that the only way she would get better from there on out is if she fought for it, fought by getting proper nutrition and getting adequate exercise. Now, Mimi is an extreme example, but there are countless others. We've all seen older people that have a hard time getting around and are very limited in their mobility. No one wants that for themselves. And we've all also seen those incredible 80-year-olds that are getting up and running miles every morning. And I'm not saying that you need to run miles unless you want to. But what I am saying is that if you want to age gracefully and maintain your mobility well into your later years, that you have to use it and you have to start right now. Older folks aside, women in their prime can experience similar issues when they're leading a life that is too stagnant. I work with so many clients who are unhappy with their bodies and themselves. Perhaps they've let themselves go because they've got a busy lifestyle and they just don't feel like they have the time to exercise, or they've got a family to take care of, or they just don't have the motivation or desire to exercise. These women come to me because they deeply desire change, but they really don't know where to start or what to do. Like my client, Svietlana, came to me and she was paralyzed by stress, which led to being inactive and overweight. I helped her to ditch all of that, to really connect with her joy and find her inspiration to move and become her fittest self. And I'm happy to report that Svetlana is now her fittest since high school, and she is rocking it and she is so happy. So in just 2 months of working with me, She did this. She found her inspiration to move. She's now the fittest she's ever been. Yes, go girl, you go. I didn't instruct Svetlana. I didn't tell her to hit the gym or pump iron or anything like that. I simply gave her a personalized plan that felt exciting to her, that she actually enjoyed. And that's really big. I'm so huge on that. You have to love what you're doing. You have to look forward to it. I myself generally dislike working out. I've never been a fan of running or going to the gym or running around on machines for hours. Boring. Those are my thoughts on that. But it's really about finding what excites you and what will work for you. I am a firm believer that life is too short to not enjoy it. So if you're forcing yourself to do exercise that you loathe, it's going to be, it's not going to work for you. It's not going to be something that you look forward to, that's for sure. But on the other hand, if you find movement that inspires you and feels like a party, you're going to have far greater results. I am a huge advocate of dance because it's one of the best ways to get cardio and strength training in, and it is a rockin' good time. So gorgeous. If you hate going to the gym, like I do, have a little dance party with yourself every day and watch as your body, your mentality, and your confidence completely transform. I have actually created a special guide to help you get started with your health and movement journey. This badass blueprint I've created is the easiest and most fun way to dance yourself fit, plus find your motivation and have continuous progress. This is a free download that includes a done for you PDF schedule, which sets up your perfect week with movement that feels good and helps you reach your goals. Plus, it's got a built-in journal to track all of your epic wins. So grab your badass blueprint at mymovementality.com/blueprint and say bye-bye to the old, stagnant, and stuck, and unmotivated, unhealthy, self-conscious version of you. With this guide, you are going to be making serious moves towards your fiercest, fittest, and most fulfilled self. I can't wait for you to get your hands on this divine tool and start seeing real results real fast, because you 100% will. And be sure to join my Abundant Queen Collective community for tons of other healthy tips, tricks, workouts, and workshops, not to mention motivation, accountability, and soulful support. So you can access this tribe for free at facebook.com/groups/mymovementalityfam, or you can search for the Abundant Queen Collective on Facebook. I am so happy to report, that Mimi is now doing much better. And that is because she has been eating and getting good nutrition, as well as moving her body and committing to some much needed exercise. But she couldn't do it alone. She had the tough love, encouragement, and support of our family and the hospital staff. If left to her own devices, I honestly think that Mimi would be dead by now. But her strong will to live and get out of that hospital, combined with the love, care, and guidance of everyone around her, greatly helped her recovery. So let me ask you, gorgeous, if left to your own devices, what will you do? I hope you grab my badass blueprint and get started with that. And I hope you join us in the Abundant Queen Collective and get more support. And I hope that you recognize that there is strength in numbers. If you want to get your body back and live your healthiest, happiest, most badass life, give me a call and let's make it happen. Let a professional dancer, movement mindset coach, manifestation mentor, and embodiment facilitator guide you. Get yourself a divine hype coach who will relate to you and who will work with you to pave the exact path to reaching your goals with ease, speed, and so much heart. Apply for your free session at mymovementality.com/call. I can't wait to see you and speak to you and get you going on your health and wellness journey. Yeah. Wishing you longevity, vitality, and so much vivaciousness, my queen. I'll see you soon. Much love.